so many of those extremists, those MAGA extremists, take their marching orders from Donald Trump, who has no credibility left by any measure. He's only in it for himself. He's now defending himself in civil actions and criminal actions. And when do they break with him? You know, because at some point, you know, maybe there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members, but something needs to happen.
So that was Hillary Clinton putting her foot in her mouth on CNN once again. I mean, seriously, did she not learn from her deplorables comment? But hey, at least it's good optics for us. The woman who's made herself the face of everything that's wrong with the Democrat Party is going on a Democrat mouthpiece news outlet to explain why she thinks the Democrats' biggest political opponent, Donald Trump, should be locked up and his base formally deprogrammed. It's not conspiracy if they're saying it themselves. And as much as I can stand Hillary, one thing I have to say about her is that she is a politician through and through. She doesn't just say things off the cuff. She is the epitome of focus group tested talking points, which means that when she talks about formal deprogramming, she means it. The test trial for this was with some of the January 6th political prisoners, because recall that for some of them to get out of pretrial detention, the judge made them watch or take in other materials explaining how America's bad and racist, and so is Donald Trump. Literally, some poor J6ers were only let out of jail after being made to turn on Trump to the court, or else the courts kept calling them dangerous to the public for their political beliefs. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought this was America. Guess it hasn't been in a while. Another test trial that happened a few decades back with the German cultural Marxists who came to America to bring their Frankfurt School of Anti-Fascism, Antifa in other words. Theodor Adorno, the philosopher and sociologist, he even drafted up the F-scale test. It was a test for fascism. The idea, drawing off of the social or behavioral scientists of the mid-20th century, which were all the rage during his day, was that fascism, or attraction to authoritarianism, was a mental illness and was caused by certain personality traits that could be detected and then quote-unquote fixed. Do you like having a strong family, going to church with mom watching the kids and dad working? Congrats, you evil fascists. You earned yourself a free ticket to the gulag for re-education. I'm only being slightly hyperbolic here. Now, seeing these threads, you can understand some of the left-wing traditions, if you want to call them that Hillary's comments were drawing upon when she called us all cultists and bigots who need to be formally deprogrammed. Joining us now to discuss is Adam Johnson, aka the January 6th Lectern guy. Adam, thanks for being here tonight. So it's great to have you. I mean, since you went through hell and back because of powerful DC politicians just like Clinton, what do you make of her calls to have a formal deprogramming now of us deplorables?
Well, before I speak against the Clinton, I want to say I'm not suicidal. Want to get that out of the air. Also, I think when she says she wants to deprogram us, I think we've been deprogrammed, and that is the issue that the uniparty and deep state has with us. We are waking up. We realize that we don't want forever wars. We don't want to see our money sent overseas anymore, and we watch our country fall apart as they give it away to anyone but Americans. And I think we're just done with it.
And I love how you said that before prefacing anything before talking about Hillary Clinton, you just have to make it known I'm not suicidal. I have no thoughts of suicide. They know a lot of people who've committed suicide in very, very strange ways that suicides often aren't conducted. I know Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, he was going up against her as well. And on social media, he had to put the same disclaimer. He said, I am not suicidal, because she also went after him very hard for the McCarthy ouster. Now, since I have you here, I'm so happy to have you here because you just recently wrote a piece for the Federalist, again, talking about all the craziness with January 6th. So one of the prosecutors, Patrick Scruggs, I believe his name is, he was one of the guys who went after you so hard. All you did was you took the podium, Nancy Pelosi's podium. It was hilarious. We all had a good laugh about it. Took the little picture for the cameras. He wanted to ruin your life, and so many others wanted to ruin their lives as well. But now that he's left DC, he's in Florida now, he himself is being accused, we reported on this the other week, of having stabbed a motorist in a fit of road rage. There was a man who had passed out on the side of the road. A couple pulled over to try and help the guy. The guy kind of woke up, freaked out, drove his car into their car, and then hit Scruggs' car, and Scruggs allegedly got out, just started knifing the poor man. But talk to us about your piece in the Federalist, comparing what his behavior is, what he tried to do to you.
So when I was arrested, I was not given the opportunity of innocent until proven guilty. He does not receive any of the conditions for release that I did. My guns were confiscated. I was not able to travel outside of the Military Florida.